porch still leans the way it did when you leaned back and softly hid a cigarette, a bitten smile. Your words hung there for just a while, and though the steps are cracked and worn, the space still breathes the way you're gone. Rain fell where you stood, not on the grass, not on the wood, but right where you once said my name. Like heaven tried to frame the blame. The drops hit hard, the wind turned slow, as if the sky refused to know. Rain fell where you stood, like it understood, like it understood. The garden tried to bloom that year, but soil forgot what roots hold dear. The fence you leaned on won't align. It tilts like time forgot its spine, and every April smells like then, but never brings you back again. Rain fell where you stood, in that old coat with hidden hood. It hit the earth like half goodbyes, like poems lost in lullabies. I watched it pour and didn't run, just stared until the clouds were done. Rain fell where you stood, and nothing else could. They say the sky don't pick its place, but I swear it knew your shape, your face. And though the storm is come and gone, that patch of ground still reigns alone. Rain fell where you stood, not anywhere the way it should. It didn't care for roof or shade, it only knew the mark you made. And now when storms come rolling slow, I watch that spot still take the blow. Rain falls where you once stood, and I still would. Wrote it down on hotel notepads, folded lines between the good and bad. Your name in ink, your laughing rhyme, a second chance that missed its time. I kept it hidden in my coat, the weight of every word I wrote. It's the note I never sent, full of things I might have meant, 1,000 truths I never spoke, in sentences that nearly broke. No address, no final page, just thoughts that couldn't leave the cage. The note I never sent still burns without a vent. It had your song, it had your storm, It kept my side of love still warm. I crossed out lines, I wrote too fast, like I still love you from the past. I signed it once, then changed my name, afraid you'd read it just the same. It's the note I never sent, a quiet scream, a last lament. It said too much, not enough, like half a dance, like broken stuff. You wouldn't know what it could mean, but in my hands it still felt clean. The note I never sent was where my silence went. I thought of mailing it each spring, but some confessions clip their wings. Though I moved and let you go, that paper stays beneath my soul. Ooh. It's the note I never sent, not for lack of will or punishment, but some truths die too slow to speak and bloom in ink but never leak. So if one day you wonder why no love was there, just pass by, in the note I never sent, still folded where I meant. We follow roads as far they'd bend, past wooden signs that had no end, through cornfield skies and desert moons, with hearts like half-forgotten tunes. You said beyond here no one knows, but still we drove where silence grows, where the maps fade out, where no one talks and no one shouts, just wind and fence posts leaning right. No city lines, no motel light. We reached the edge where paper stops and left our names on weathered rocks, where the maps fade out. We learn what life's about. We lost the signal, lost the song, but somehow didn't feel it wrong. Your hand was warm, your eyes were wide, like someone seeing from inside. We slept beneath a cedar tree and woke to birds that spoke like sea, where the maps fade out, no route to trace, no planned reroute. The stars became our only code as morning climbed an unnamed road. No border drawn, no time to spare, just you and me in open air, where the maps fade out. We stop pretending doubt. Most folks stay where roads are short, but some hearts need the vague, the blur, and every love that won't survive still dreams of where it comes alive, where the maps fade out, where trust is more than knowing how, where days aren't measured by a mile, but by the way behind a smile. I never asked if you'd stay true, I just kept walking next to you. Where the maps fade out was where I found you. She calls and falls just after dusk, when leaves turn gold and hearts turn husk. Her voice is low, her words unsure, like someone knocking on a door. She lingers close through winter's frost, then melts away like morning lost. She forgets me in spring, when flowers bloom and bluebirds sing. I fade beneath the warmer skies as new love shine in greener eyes. She only needs me when it's gray, when life feels far and hope's away. She forgets me in spring, like I was just a borrowed thing. We walk through snow, we talk like flames. She speaks in half-remembered names, but when the thaw begins to rise, I see goodbye behind her eyes. She packs her laugh with daffodils and leaves me with the winter chills. She forgets me in spring, like snow forgets the suffering, like coats return to closet hooks, like poems skipped in newer books. And though she never says goodbye, I watch her lift into July. She forgets me in spring, while I remember everything. I wish I bloomed with brighter leaves, but I'm the one who always grieves. Some love survives through every sun, but ours just ends when days have begun. She forgets me in spring, while I still feel the echo ring of nights we shared by candles glow, now swallowed by the river's flow. I wade through summer, fall, and cold to be her warmth when life grows old. She forgets me in spring, but I'm the song she used to sing. You stopped laughing weeks before the suitcase ever touched the floor. You stopped calling me your light long before our final fight. And though your boots still lined the mat, your soul had slipped, I noticed that. I stayed, you left first, in silence shaped like something cursed. You stood right there, but not the same, a shadow dressed up in my name. I held the frame, you kept the dust. I stayed for love, you stayed for trust. But I stayed, and you left first. A soft departure, unrehearsed. We made the bed, but not the vow. You kissed my cheek, but not somehow the way you did when we were flame. Now every spark avoids my name. I watched you drift while staring still, and called that love by force of will. I stayed, you left first, in little words that once conversed. You drank the wine, but not the toast. You walked beside, but not that close. And when the night came cold and slow, I reached for warmth you didn't show. Yes, I stayed, and you left first. That's what absence does at worst. Some people leave by walking out, but you left like a drying shout, like pages fading while still read, like saying home, then choosing instead. I stayed, you left first. No slam door, no spoken burst, just drifting breath and backward eyes, and all our truths in small disguise. Now I sleep where you once turned, still feeling all the things you burned. I stayed, you left first, and maybe that's what I deserve. There's a window by my bed, but it don't show the trees are red. Just brick and paint in someone's wall. 1,000 inches, that's all. No sky to guess, no world to chase, just my reflection in its place. It's a window without a view, like how I feel since losing you. Still shaped like hope, still framed with care, but nothing real is ever there. I keep it clean, I draw the shade, but know the truth it can't evade. It's a window without a view, just like my heart since you withdrew. Once it faced the hills and sun, the laughter roads, the starting run. But then they built, and I stayed still. Now it just stares and drinks the chill. I tried to hang a painted scene, but paint can't trick what might have been. It's a window without a view, like letters I won't send to you. It lets in light, but not the kind that warms the soul or stirs the mind. Some folks need a place to see, but I just need what used to be. It's a window without a view, just glass that time keeps breaking through. Some frame flames hold what once was wide. Now all I see is what I hide. And though it looks like open space, it's just the outline of your face. It's a window without a view, but every dawn still filters through. I sit and watch the change in light and wonder if you're doing right. It's not a wound, it's not a scar, just proof I once knew where you are. This window without a view still shows the loss, if nothing new. It hung behind the kitchen door, worn at the cuffs, a little torn. I didn't buy it, wasn't new. It smelled like rain and distant you. I think she left it late last fall, or maybe no one came at all. The jacket that wasn't mine, but fit like something by design. It held the shape of someone's grace, a ghost stitched deep in every trace. I wore it once on colder nights and felt her leaving in the lights. The jacket that wasn't mine still held the weight of some goodbye. There's lipstick stain on collar thread, a song tag I had never read. It's not my color, not my size, but still it hides me from the skies. I asked around, but no one knew who left their past in woven blue. The jacket that wasn't mine became my shelter over time. I wore it like a borrowed fate, too warm to leave, too late to wait. And though it's torn, I patch with care, a thing not mine but always there. The jacket that wasn't mine now feels more mine than things I find. We keep what strangers leave behind and make it part of our own kind, like stories found in thrift store sleeves, or names forgotten by the leaves. The jacket that wasn't mine still hangs where time forgot the line between what's given, what's been lost, and what we wear despite the cost. I'll keep it clean, I'll keep it near, until her memory disappears. The jacket that wasn't mine now fits me just like sat too close that autumn night. You in corduroy, me in quiet. The kettle whistled, but we stayed in silences we never weighed. I saw the flicker in your glance, but neither moved to take the chance. We never lit that fire, though the room begged with desire. The logs were stacked, the match was near, but both of us held back the fear. We smiled like friends who almost knew, but didn't dare to see it through. We never lit that fire, but it still warms me when nights tire. You told me things you'd never share, like someone testing if I care. And I replied in half-formed notes, as if we walked on frozen boats. The flame was there, the kindling dry, but love needs more than just a try. We never lit that fire, though hearts lean close, a bit inspired. You brushed my sleeve, I held my breath, but let it pass like spoken death. And though we laughed and drank our tea, the air still cracked with what could be. We never lit that fire, but I still feel its phantom choir. Some flames don't burn, they just exist, like lines we thought of but dismissed. And maybe that's a kind of grace, to leave it pure, untouched by chase. We never lit that fire, but every fall I still inquire if somewhere deep you still recall that night we nearly risked it all. No ashes here, no smoke to show, but in my chest it set aglow. We never lit that fire, yet it's the one I'll never outgrow. Your coat was gone from off the chair. No keys, no note, no perfume air. But on the table by the sun, a coffee cup said what you'd done. The lipstick marked the rising steam, felt louder than a shouted scream. The cup was still warm, like you had just outrun the storm, like you had paused to take a breath before you chose a different depth. It held no words, it held no name, but told me love had left the frame. The cup was still warm, but you were already gone. might pull you in. No sound, no slam, no final line, just coffee cooling over time. I sat and stared like it might speak, but heat runs out and hearts go weak. The cup was still warm, like silence wearing someone's form. A trace of you in porcelain that wouldn't say where you had been. And though the toast sat in the rack, I knew you wouldn't be back. The cup was still warm, like love before it's torn. Some people leave with teary songs, but others go where stillness belongs. And all they leave are subtle signs, like cups and coats and crooked blinds. The cup was still warm, and that was how I knew the harm. It wasn't rage, it wasn't fight, just leaving wrapped in morning light. I drank it slow, then let it be the last small heat you left with me. The cup was still warm, but colder than it used to be. You didn't slam the door that day. No tire scream, no voice to sway. Just quiet steps on wooden floor and air that didn't breathe no more. The lamp stayed on, the clock kept time, but something vanished from the rhyme. No one heard the goodbye, no echo, no tear in the sky. Just the sound of chairs not pulled in space where morning once was full. I looked around but nothing said that love had packed and softly fled. No one heard the goodbye, but it still rings when nights go dry. The mail still came, the dog still barked, the porch light blinked when evenings darked. But your coat stayed behind the door, like it might guard the you before. The kettle boiled, the floorboards creaked, but not the words I wish you'd speak. No one heard the goodbye, no phone call, no final sigh. Just a whisper lost in dust, in coffee cups we used to trust. I checked for notes, I checked for clues, but all you left was faded shoes. No one heard the goodbye, except the air that watched us die. Some leave with thunder, some with flame, but you withdrew without a name. And all that silence now remains, like golden curtains after rains. No one heard the goodbye, but I still feel it walking by. Each time I open doors too slow, expecting you but always know it wasn't loud, it wasn't fair. It vanished like a midnight prayer. No one heard the goodbye, but it's the only sound still there.
She hated highways, hated rain, said leaving towns just felt like shame. She liked her coffee near the stove, her music soft, her footsteps slow. But yesterday the tank was full, and all her doubts turned quiet dumb. She never drove this far, never chased a dying star. The map untouched, the tires clean, but now they hum like in a dream. No breadcrumb trail, no backward glance, just one last key, one final chance. She never drove this far, but now she's miles beyond my heart. She used to freeze at yellow lights and turn around on stormy nights. Said bridges scared her to the bone, but now she drives and drives alone. No phone call sent, no station played, just open roads and love mislaid. She never drove this far, never passed the county bar. She left her coat, her favorite cup, but took the will to not give up. And though her past was filled with stay, she found the nerve to look away. She never drove this far until the day she broke apart. Some leave fast, some leave slow, some you never think will go, but quiet hearts still find a lane when holding on becomes a change. She never drove this far, never pushed the door ajar, but freedom comes with wind and speed, and sometimes fear is what we need. So if you see a car pass by with tear-drenched eyes beneath the sky, she never drove this far, but now she knows how far scars are. I found a letter in the drawer. Your script was strong, but not much more. The edges curled like leaves in flame, and time had smudged your steady name. I tried to read what once felt clear, but words don't age the same as fear. Your name fades in dust, like window panes that lose their trust, like old guitar strings left to rust, or promises that time adjusts. I don't forget, I just don't try to chase what memory lets die. Your name fades in dust, but once it sang in all of us. The bookshelf holds a crooked frame of nights we laughed and played the game. But now the glass is streaked and gray. I wipe it clean, then look away. Some names we carve in stone so deep, but yours just settled where we sleep. Your name fades in dust, no thunder roll, no broken crust, just quiet drift on idle shelves, where echoes folding into themselves. And though I hum our song sometimes, I skip the verse that used your lines. Your name fades in dust, like something lost that never fuzzed. It's not regret, it's not disdain, it's just that silence leaves no stain. And love, once loud, can learn to hush, then scatter soft in morning's brush. Your name fades in dust, and I no longer call it us. No photograph, no midnight cry, just softer air where once stood wide. You're not erased, you're just no more, a page unread behind a door. Your name sheets don't crease the way they used, no pillow leans like once they mused. Your side is cold, the scent is gone, just cotton ghost where dreams held on. I lay the same but somehow still, the bed no longer bends to will. The bed forgot our shape, like sand that smoothed the castle's drape, like how a song fades in a refrain, once sung now lost in window pane. It used to cup where you would curl, but now it's just a stranger's world. The bed forgot our shape, like time erased the place we draped. The headboard creaks, but not in tune. It used to hum like late June moon. The blanket falls without your side, like silence learning where to hide. And I still reach at 2 a.m., but shadows don't remember them. The bed forgot our shape, no hollow left for hearts to drape. The mattress stiff from too much still, where once we rolled, now no such thrill. I try to dream in spots you knew, but sleep avoids the shape of you. The bed forgot our shape, and in its form I feel escape. Some spaces hold, some slowly fade, like names the morning light betrays. And even softness grows unkind when left too long by love's design. The bed forgot our shape, no curve, no dip, no shared escape. Just linen smooth by weeks alone, and whispers stitched in undertone. I lay beside what once was us, now just a frame collecting dust. The bed forgot our shape, but I still ache where you would drape. You didn't slam the screen door shut. No angry words, no final cut. Just took your coat, your old LPs, and left the silence in degrees. But on the wall, the hallway glowed, the light still on, like some soft code. You left the light but took the key, like half a song in minor D. You gave me hope in golden hue, then locked the door I'd pass for you. The bulb still hums its amber light, while I replay your muted sigh. You left the light but took the key, like saying don't, while letting me be. The door's still closed, the latch intact, but locks don't care what words we lacked. I check the porch when night comes down, still half believing you're in town. But keys don't lie, and lights don't stay, they only flicker what won't stay. You left the light but took the key, a kindness carved in cruelty. It's like you whispered I'll return, while watching everything we burn. And now this house feels wide and small, too lit to sleep, too dark to call. You left the light but took the key, and every room now ends Some leave with storms, with thunder cracks, but you just dimmed, then turned your back. No mess, no scene, no grand goodbye, just absence dressed in lullaby. You left the light but took the key, and that's the part that ruins me. The switch still works but not your hand. The lock remains like some last stand, and though the hallway never changed, its meaning grew so rearranged. You left the light but took the key, and now it's only me who sees. The sky was clear, or so we thought. No clouds to hide the love we caught. Your hands were trembling near my sleeve, like stars that burn then choose to leave. We kissed beneath a willow tree, but nothing looked, no one could see. The moon wasn't watching us, no silver light, no glowing trust, just shadows stretching through the grass, like moments made to never last. We thought the night might bless our name, but silence swallowed all the flame. The moon wasn't watching us, and so we vanished without fuss. You whispered truth, both small and deep, like prayers you'd borrowed just to keep. I held your face, you closed your eyes, as if that made it less like lies. But when I looked to catch a sign, the sky was blank, no sacred line. The moon wasn't watching us, no witness hung in midnight's hush, just breath and touch, then slow retreat, like waves that never kiss your feet. We weren't a story stars would save, just echoes no one ever gave. The moon wasn't watching us, so even fate won't speak of us. I used to think all love was seen by heavens high and fields serene, but now I know some hearts collide where even starlight fails to bite. The moon wasn't watching us, it turned its face, withheld its trust, and now the night just feels too wide without the pull of you inside. I walk alone past where we stood, the sky above still cold and good. The moon wasn't watching us, and maybe that's why it felt just. I strummed a chord I used to know from nights when hearts refused to go.
And as the notes began to bend, I felt a chill, I called a friend. The air grew thick, the light grew long. I heard her in my quiet song. I heard her in my song, like footsteps echoing too strong, like wind that whispers from the trees but never bows to eyes or pleas. Her name stayed buried in the rhyme, but every note recalled the time I heard her in my song, though she's been gone so long. The chorus hit, the minor turn, the place where old regrets still burn. And in that space between the lines, she filled the room with old designs. Not flesh or face, just tone and hue, but somehow more than words could do. I heard her in my song, like shadows humming all night long. The melody we used to play now sings her back in faint decay. The strings remember what I lost. Each harmony recounts the cost. I heard her in my song and knew where she belonged. Some say the past is just a trick, but chords can conjure ghosts so quick. And when I play, I don't pretend. It's her I hear before the end. I heard her in my song, not right, not wrong, just where she's strong. A harmony she left in me that haunts in every minor key. So when they ask where she is gone, I say she lives in every song. I heard her in my song, and maybe she was never gone. We used to talk till candles died, then sat in stillness, side by side. No need for questions, no replies. The room was full of unsaid whys. But in that hush, your fingers moved, a kind of grace that silence proved, and all that silence understood. The way we hurt, the way we could. It knew our joy, it knew our scars. It kept our secrets safe in jars. No need for vows, no carved out script, just breaths between the love we sipped. All that silence understood, more than our speaking ever could. You'd pour the tea, I'd hum a tune. We'd let the day
dissolve too soon. The ticking clock became our verse, a language calm, both gift and curse. And when you wept, you didn't say, but silence held you anyway. And all that silence understood, the pull, the push, the barely good. It hurt our dreams before we spoke, it mended hearts before they broke. We never needed grand declare, just one still gaze, just being there. All that silence understood and stayed when no one else withstood. Now you are gone, the rooms remain, but silence echoes soft with pain. Yet still it knows the shape you left and cradles me in what was kept. And all that silence understood still walks me through this empty wood. No words to summon, no song to play, just quiet that won't walk away. It loved us well, it holds me still. The quiet ache, the gentle will, all that silence. You held your coat above your hair. I stood and watched the water stare. The bus had gone, the lights were dim, but neither spoke of her or him. The thunder rolled like distant truth. We just stood like strangers soon. We waited through the rain, like silence might explain the pain. No questions asked, no plans unmade, just dripping time we let cascade. Didn't say what came before, or who we were beyond that door. We waited through the rain and knew we'd never be the same. Your fingers traced the window fall, like lovers lost inside a log. You said it's late, I said I know, but neither moved to let it show. The street lamp flickered overhead, like even light could beg instead. We waited through the rain, like maybe stillness could remain. The kind of hush that holds two hearts, that ache but never pull apart. We stayed not close, not far, through the rain, because goodbye felt too insane. And though the clouds began to lift, we lingered like a final gift, for once the sky had cleared its face. We'd lose the time, we'd lose this place. We waited through the rain, like memories etched on window pane. No kiss to end, no last embrace, just water running down the face. And when you turned and walked alone, the sound of drops became my own. She wore her scarves like fading light, spoke soft as wind before the night. Her laugh would echo through the trees, then vanish with October's breeze. She came when summer lost its heat, with boots and books and cold swept street. She only loved me in fall, when amber leaves began to call, when sweaters clung and cider steamed, and hearts were less than what they seemed. She'd hold me close, then start to fade, like colors dying in the shade. She only loved me in fall, and left before the first snowball. We traced our names in window glass, watched golden days too quickly pass. She hummed old songs of rolling hills, then paused before the fire chills. I begged the sun to stretch its stay, but seasons don't delay their way. She only loved me in fall, when shadows danced along the wall, when pumpkins smiled and boots kicked leaves. But love, like trees, has times it grieves. She'd say, I'm not the winter kind, then kiss me once and slip the bind. She only loved me in fall, like stories meant to be so small. Now every year when cold winds chase, I seek her smile in strangers' face, but none remain. They drift like rain, while I still wait for her refrain. She only loved me in fall, a whispered truth of golden sprawl. She never stayed beyond the frost, yet somehow still I count her lost. And though the years have shared her sound, I hear her crunching leaves around. She only loved me in fall, and maybe that's not love at all.
drapes are thin, the glass still clear, but everything is changed in here. The chair still leans the way you sat, your shadow tucked inside your hat. The sun still spills the golden dust, but what it shines on now is rust. The window faced the past, it held the love we thought would last. It framed your smile that lit the dawn, then watched you turn and just be gone. It saw the days we didn't speak, it knows the cracks, it heard the creak. The window faced the past, and now it shows me what won't last. You trace the fog with quiet hands, draw hearts and names in shifting sands. I watched you dream beyond the glass of distant hills and greener grass. But still you stayed until the night you left with neither blame nor fight. The window faced the past, it froze the scenes we lived too fast. The dance we did in morning's light, the silence thick on sleepless nights. It doesn't lie, it doesn't weep, just stares where memories softly sleep. The window faced the past, and now it holds what slipped too fast. Some look out to see the new, I look in and still see you. A frame of pain, a silent vow that keeps me in the here and now. The window faced the past, and through its lens the times recast. The street remains, the sky still blue, but none of it